All right, Will Platt from CareerCheatCode.com. Again, what we do at Career Cheat Code is we help people find industries that are growing the fastest in America, and then we help you determine what your strengths and interests are and how those match up with those industries that are growing the fastest, and hopefully there's a good fit between the two of them. Today what I want to talk to you about is gas prices and how gas prices actually mean so much more than you'd ever think. And so when you look at when you're first driving and you drive down to the gas station, you see $2 and then you see $3 and then you see $4 and you see this gas pricing go up. But what does that actually mean? It actually means so much more than just it costs you more to fill up your gas tank. So let's think about it. First of all, there's something called, I guess you can call it the discouragement factor. If someone puts $50, $100 into their tank, they have this psychological effect of saying, I spend so much money at the gas station and therefore everything is becoming more expensive. Even though that's actually not the case. Right now, the housing prices have gone down significantly. Computers are much cheaper than they were many years ago. TVs, there are flat screen TVs that just in Black Friday they were selling for $600 that 5 years ago, 10 years ago were selling for $5,000. So they become drastically less expensive. Phones, a lot of technology equipment has become less expensive. But even because of that, because people go to the gas station so often and they spend so much more at the gas station, they feel like they're paying so much more for everything, when it's not necessarily the case. Some stuff has become much more expensive and some stuff has become much cheaper. But the discouragement factor of frequently having to fill up your gas tank does make you feel like everything is becoming more expensive. The other thing is actually the price for a lot of other things. So if the gas is becoming more expensive, well, guess who else uses gas? And that's trucks and airplanes use oil, and oil, oil and gas are very closely related. So pretty much anything that you pick up out of your house, anything if you just go around your house, you look at all the stuff that's in there, everything is made somewhere else. Made in China, made in India, made in Korea, made in France. All of these things that were made in these other places were actually made there. How do they get over here? They used gas. So if gas becomes more expensive, it increases the cost of getting that stuff from there to here. And when that cost has increased, then the price of that actual good has also increased, and that obviously is something you pay out of pocket. So the price of gas does have an impact on how much these companies make and also on how much you have to pay to get the stuff. Another one is when you think about flying and bag surcharges. So you talk about increasing gas prices, and airlines a lot of times to keep their fares at a reasonable rate, they'll charge you $200 round trip, let's say, to go to Orlando or to Charlotte or something like that. But what they're going to do is they're going to tack on all these extra fees. And the reason why they're charging the extra fees is not because it costs $50 to send 2 bags along with you over to Orlando. That's just not the case. What they charge that extra fee because the oil prices and the gas prices become so expensive that they need to tack on extra fees to compensate for increased fuel charges. Anyway, so that's just a couple of examples of how gas impacts you on a day-to-day basis, from traveling to stuff that you buy at the store. It really impacts every single thing that you do. And the sooner you realize that these little things like the price of oil, the price of gas, and how much of an impact they have, not just on filling up your car, but on everything that you do, and as soon as you realize that everything is so interrelated, the better you can kind of figure out, okay, if this is happening, if there's a natural disaster, a hurricane, etc., then you can actually use those to your advantage, in the sense of saying, well, there are going to be jobs that are created because of this. And so what jobs, should you go for that would take advantage of whatever is happening, whether things are going up or things are going down. Anyway, you can find out a lot more about this subject and a lot of other stuff on CareerCheatCode.com. It's a free resource where you can just find out, again, what you like to do, what you're interested in, and what's actually growing out there in America. So feel free to check us out.